What is the result of working with me? Now, first and foremost, what is the goal of a business owner? That is the first thing we have to determine. A lot of us think we only need to make some money. So we tend to drill into this point and we say, okay, I need to make some money. The moment I have money, I'll be happy. But this is unfortunately not the case, because some of my business owners I work with actually do have a lot of money, but they are still unhappy and miserable. So we try and scale it a little bit back. And what I've done is I define it as the 8 buckets of wealth. For here, I've just got a few buckets. But essentially, if we can look at our money, as well as our company and work we do, as well as our family and friends, and we see it as a whole system of buckets that we are trying to fill up, then we can build a life that is really fun and fulfilling. Now, helping people specifically, and the experience of working with someone like me is that I help you to define the journey and then to navigate a successful path versus an unsuccessful path. So what is an unsuccessful path in owning a business? Well, first and foremost, you come into this simply by spending your energy on a direction. Do you go left or do you go right? That is something you do on a daily basis. And on a daily basis, you might make a right decision or a wrong decision. And depending on how many right or wrong decisions you make, you will end up feeling better or worse after those decisions. And we are spending our energy on our buckets. So first and foremost, let's go to the unsuccessful route. If I'm spending my energy on making money, but I don't have a good financial plan, I might feel depressed, sad, frustrated, like a failure. If I don't give my family and friends any attention, I'm going to feel sad, I'm going to feel miserable. And if I don't spend my time and energy on becoming better and learning and improving and filling up this bucket of competence and professionality, I'm kind of even betraying myself. Because I know I'm trying to get this right, but I'm not putting in the energy to become better and more professional. Specifically, what does it look like if someone gets into this space? They first become unhappy because they're putting in energy into the negative buckets. But then when they encounter a problem, the person on this side does this. He avoids the problem, and then he puts that same negative energy into his battery, into his energy system. And then next time when he makes the same decisions, he's got less energy. He's got negative energy in here, which he's now putting into these buckets. And then he goes down the same route. He becomes upset. He doesn't feel so good in life. He sees a problem, but he avoids the problem, and he tries to continue with other means, and he just doesn't rip off the plaster. Now, what does a successful business owner do? He comes in, he spends his energy on the things that actually give him more energy and more happiness, more fulfillment. That makes him feel happy, right? But then when he encounters a problem, he actually handles it completely. He confronts the problem until it's completely handled, and then he improves these buckets. He's more competent after that. Therefore, he's got even more energy to use for the next time he goes around. And this is why the successful business owner actually fills up more and more of his happy buckets and avoids the unsuccessful buckets. Now, this is what I do for business owners. I help you to see the journey of the successful business owners versus the unsuccessful business owners. And I help you to make more and more correct decisions so that you actually succeed on your business path to success. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Leave a comment below if there's anything else you would like to know.